This can produce 1,500 a minute now. I am going to need more uranium, therefore, spaghetti. Hello everyone, welcome back to Satisfactory. Today, I would like to start looking at the Miner Mark III. And to do that, we need turbo motors and fused modular frames. The turbo motors need cooling systems, radio control units, motors and rubber. For the cooling systems we need heat sinks, rubber, water and nitrogen gas. And for the heat sinks we need alclad aluminium sheets and copper sheets. I'm still not going to build a big factory just yet. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pick up a bunch of rubber and some other resources, and I'm going to forcibly build one stack of turbo motors. That way, I can start placing Miner Mark IIIs everywhere rather than Mark IIs. Once I've done that, I'm going to go and look at a uranium vein, and I'm going to see what I need to do to start making nuclear power. So there's going to be a quick cut here, as I build the things I need to make one stack of turbo motors. Shouldn't take me that long, I've already got all of the bits I need building somewhere. I should also keep in mind that the last tier 8 milestone, particle enrichment, takes turbo motors, fused modular frames and cooling systems. So I should try and make a bunch, but I'm not going to worry myself too hard about it. That was a weird sentence. Also, I forgot to mention, I made the UI visible. Hope it's alright. We need another blender for the cooling systems. So the rubber will go in here, the heat sinks we're going to make. We need to pipe in some of the nitrogen gas that we brought over. So if we take one of these lines and just pump it in. We also need some water. So what I can do is just pipe some water up from down here. So that's getting some water. Now we just need the heat sinks. Radio control units, motors, rubber. And over here we have cooling systems. Only a few, but we have some. Ah. Some turbo motors. Haha. Oh, watch out, the autosave is coming. The autosave is coming. The autosave is coming. There we go. So, what do we need here? We need 10 fused modular frames and 3 turbo motors. Ping. So go 1 Mark III miner. This produces 1,200 a minute. Good lord. This is a Mark IV belt, hold on. So Mark V belts can hold how much? 780. So we don't need this much, don't need that much. Ooh, we need... $1.62. Fair enough. It's a shame I can't pull out all 1,200. There must be a way to do that, right? At the moment all I have is the Mark V conveyor belt. There must be a way to pull out all 1,200, right? It wouldn't allow me to do that if I couldn't. There isn't a second exit here, is there? There isn't. I definitely can't pull out a second belt. Can I overclock the conveyor belt? I have no idea. My only assumption is there's a tier 6 conveyor belt. But other than that, I don't know. So I'm going to let this build for a while, get some turbo motors, then I will think about going around and looking at uranium. Should be fun, because the only uranium I've found so far is in a cave filled with spiders. Gun. I should make some bombs, shouldn't I? So we need 100 fused modular frames, 200 cooling units, majiggy, and 50 turbo motors. But I'll take some more so I can build some Mark IIIs. Blip. Launching the pod for particle enrichment.
Milestone reached. Project part number 9, nuclear pasta, can be created in the particle accelerator. The accelerator has vast and fluctuating power demands, depending on the recipe, so will need careful integration with your factory. Fix-It does not waste, so nuclear waste can be refined by the particle accelerator into plutonium for reuse in the nuclear power plant. Fun fact. Fix-It psychologists suggest factory designs reflect the minds of their creators in unexpected ways. On an unrelated note, your infrastructural choices have been interesting.
I've been called out. Don't judge me. Okay, so we're going to get a particle accelerator. That's not too bad, all things considered. Where'd he go? Prepared recipe design as prepared. Power usage is extremely high and unstable. Varies per recipe. Don't have the things to build one, but... Oh, it's... Oh god, it's huge. Okay. And then we have a bunch of new recipes, right? Non-fissile uranium. Ooh, uranium waste. Nitric acid. What is nitric acid? Uranium waste? Okay, alright. So, wait. So the nuclear plants produce uranium waste. The uranium waste goes into plutonium pellets, but we also need non-fissile uranium, which takes uranium waste. Plutonium pellets go into in case that goes into plutonium fuel. Okay. Copper powder. 30 copper ingots make 5 powder. 300 a minute. Nuclear pasta. Conversion cube. Okay. And nuclear pasta 2. Oh my god. That is a lot of copper. Oh, what? 30 ingots make 5. We need 200 for 1 nuclear pasta. Oh my god. Oh my... Okay. Okay, so the next thing I want to try is look for uranium, but I'm aware that uranium is radioactive. So I'm hoping... What is it? It's over here, isn't it? This. There's a hazmat suit. But I haven't got it yet because I haven't unlocked the gas filters. But I don't know where gas filters are. I still haven't unlocked them. My only assumption is the mycelia tree in the MAM. Because there is fabric here. Which I've not had to use for anything. It takes biomass, of all things. Hello, and... So I'm going to quickly set up a biomass creator. I'm going to go and acquire some mycelia. Now, who remembers many episodes ago when I was building the first modular frame factory, there was a cave over here, and there was a summer sloop in it, and I ran away like a little girl because there were spiders. Summer sloop. What? No! Spider cave! No, I'm out. I'm gone. Goodbye. Farewell. No! I absolutely concreted the hole over. Because... spiders. Okay, so... we need... mushrooms. Ba-ba-ba. Ho, ho, ho! Indeed. Any more? No. Summer sloop. Anything to say? Nothing? Okay. Turns out you can move around in this game like you do in Warframe. You can slide across the ground and then jump. And you get tremendous speeds. The space ninjas are invading my factory game. This can produce 1,500 a minute now, which is... that's more than I can pull out. Fabric. What is this?
Research completed.
Parachute.
Fabric recipe unlocked.
Extended tool belt.
Research available.
Synthetic polyester fabric. Okay. Okay, so I need fabric. Absolutely blasted by the truck. Hello? Mycelia and berries. Mycelia and bacon and meat. Okay.
Available. Medical inhaler variants.
So it takes this. I'm guessing the gas filters help me... they protect me from the poison gas of the fart, right? The different fart clouds that are around. I'm assuming that's what it's for. More tools! Awesome.
Tool belt expanded. The latest data indicates that the mycelia possess sentience. Don't worry, we have been given permission to harvest and repurpose their remains.
And now we need the filters. Filters! Launch the pod.
Milestone reached. The hazmat suit protects the wearer from radiation by consuming iodine-infused filters. You may find this protection essential if you are going to finally get around to saving humanity. I previously gave you compliments in an attempt to inspire you, but it might have given you the wrong idea. I will definitely be totally honest with you from this moment on.
No, please
Here
don't.
is a demonstration of a truthful compliment. That suit looks like it was made for you. Because it was.
Well, that also works. Iodine-infused filters. We need gas filters and some more stuff. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Okay. And then equipment. Hazmat suit. That's also fine. Hazmat suit. That takes a lot of hammer hits. There we go. Then we equip it. Oh, it's up here. Ah! So is the hazard gas mask separate? Ah! Okay. So I have gas filters and I have iodine filters. I have no idea how many I need. I don't know if they last like a minute apiece or a second apiece. But I guess we'll find out, won't we? Oh wow, I haven't seen that from up here. Huh. So the hole is down there, right? Is it straight down? Hello, bugs. I don't recall it being too complicated to get there. I think it's just round the corner, right? Yes. Okay, so where's the rest of the tunnel lead? That's an interesting effect. So I see my nitrogen pipes. Nitrogen's over here. Fair enough. Fucking no. Fucking no. Die. You're all gonna die. You're all gonna die. Oh! That's my truck. That's my truck. I don't like these people. Get there in the end. Mark 3 miner. So I need power, but that's fine. 600 a minute. Can I use the big one? What if I take the big one? I can hook it up over here, where the copper for my aluminium plant is. So I make a box buffer. Mark 5. There we go. Uranium. That's right, I need sulfuric acid. That's easy. That's easy. Concrete is easy. Sulfuric acid. I need sulfuric acid. Truck? Truck. I mean, it's on the radar. Hello? Truck? If carrying the uranium is still radioactive, then the train carrying it will be radioactive as well, won't it? And any trucks. So I need to take the uranium somewhere. I also need to build sulfuric acid. And sulfur is a physical object, which means transporting it via trucks and trains is easy. But if I make it into acid, it's a liquid, and then I have to pipe it. And the pipes are a bit of a faff, if I'm honest. There's another geyser. Does a water fit here? It's a forlorn hope, isn't it? Okay. Sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid. We can package it, but we can't make the encased uranium cell with packaged sulfuric acid. So that's a shame. It has to go into a refinery. Yay, more refineries! Okay, we'll just build a refinery right here. Do that. Water. So there's a few options. I can either pipe the sulfuric acid to wherever I need it, which will be quite a pipe network, even though I don't really know where I'm going to put the uranium yet. Or I could package it and transport it somewhere and then unpackage it. I guess that depends on how quick the packager works, right? Packaged sulfuric acid. I mean, that takes containers. It produces 40 a minute. Produces 50 a minute. Requires empty canisters. And then if I unpackage it, I'm going to have empty canisters the other side, which means I'm going to have to transport the empty canisters back. I mean, that's useful over long distance, isn't it? Okay. I know there's more uranium in the world, but I only want to build however much I can build with one vein at the moment. Because it looks like it's a complicated process, and I don't want to worry about logistics across the entire planet. So we need... Oh, there's a couple of interesting things. Okay, well, this one first. So 600 uranium, 12 blenders, 180 concrete, that's fine. I mean, we have like the wet concrete, don't we? Yeah, yes, this one. And sulfuric acid. Requires 480 sulfur. It's not too bad. Is as a byproduct of sulfuric acid. How do I deal with the byproduct of sulfuric acid? I can package it. I could package it and sink it. That's one way to get rid of it, isn't it? I mean, I'm assuming I could funnel it back in. But like with the water before, when we were dealing with the aluminium, I'm worried that it will clog things up if I don't do the pipes in the right way. I guess that's something to worry about later. Uranium fuel rod. 15 manufacturers for 600, okay. 18 industrial, but that's easy enough. 30 of these. That's also easy. Then we get 6 rods a minute. Uranium nuclear power plant. 30. That powers 30. And that produces 300 nuclear waste. And this goes into plutonium or something, right? Oh, and we need the fissile uranium, which we get from nuclear waste, which we need 900 for. What? And then we need more sulfuric acid. Ooh, maybe I can, if we need sulfuric acid over here, that's one way to break it. I mean, that does go into there. Okay. We need non-fissile uranium still. Okay. So, what comes after the nuclear waste is something to worry about, but at the moment we can get 30 nuclear power plants of 75,000 megawatts. I'm okay with that. I don't know how much uranium is in the world, but if I have 6,000 of it, then, yeah, I need a lot of space, don't I? I need a lot of space. I need to think absolutely enormous. I have one idea. I'm not really sure how I feel about it. So this entire swamp is somewhat recessed into the ground compared to the surrounding area. There is now a fog. how about I build a huge platform raised up about as high as this waterfall and the surrounding cliffs, and built a big floor a couple of 100 feet above the swamp. Stay with me. Above the platform have all of the nuclear reactors and maybe the particle accelerators. Below the platform have all of the infrastructure, blenders and manufacturers. So a bit of above-below theming. Above have shiny skyscrapers. Underneath, upside-down buildings hanging from the platform into the swamp. And have train lines hanging from the platform underneath like monorails. So underneath it's all grimy with all the manufacturers and blenders, and on top it's all shiny and glass skyscrapers filled with nuclear power plants and particle accelerators. That's my only idea. Other than that, I'm going to have to go away and think about it for a while. I mean, there is the desert, that's a big flat area, but I'm not quite sure I want to use that for nuclear stuff. Because if I do need a lot of copper, then I need somewhere to produce a lot of copper. After a brief cutaway, I've done some things. I've prepped a little experiment. So I'm over here by the waterfall, where we're bringing up the copper for the aluminium. I've put a couple of machines down and gathered some resources. Over here, there is a water well. So I've just pumped a little bit of water out for our little experiment. It's going down here into a nuclear reactor. I packaged some sulfuric acid. I brought a stack over and I just simply unpackaged it over here. Pumped it into a blender. I brought some concrete over, so all we need now is the uranium, and we can make some encased uranium cells. We're going to move those into this manufacturer, where I have some industrial beams, and I made some electromagnetic control rods, which are just simply stators and AI limiters in assembler. All of this to make one uranium fuel rod. We might need some more sulfuric acid, so there might be a cut in a moment, but we'll see. And I'm going to put that into the reactor, and we're going to see how long it burns for and whatnot. Still no truck. I wonder if the truck is... up on the mountain. It seems as though the radiation, the area of radiation has expanded. Is that because there's several stacks of uranium in that box? I did not consider that. I'm just going to grab some and I'm going to run. Ow. I now have 5 filters. Quick. Faster, 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 faster. It's definitely eating up the filters. Bop. Okay. Hopefully this burns for a while. If it burns like 1 every second, then we're going to need a lot of stuff producing. That's my only concern. Okay, that's 50 of those. Take those. That is still radioactive, but it doesn't fill up the radiation level. That's interesting. Put those in there. Ba-ba-ba-ba. 1 uranium fuel rod. In it goes. Burning fuel. Waste output. Oop. Uranium waste. The byproduct of consuming uranium fuel rods in a nuclear power plant. Non-fissile uranium can be extracted, handled with caution, highly radioactive. Ooh, it's producing more than the 1 rod that went in there. Hello? Huh? I mean, it's burning for some time. It doesn't really tell me how long it burns for, but it's burning for some time. It's producing a lot of nuclear waste. Okay. What? You cannot sink nuclear waste. Ah. Put it in a box, put it in a box, put it in a box. Right. Okay. I see the difficulty in this now. If I start making nuclear fuel and powering my everything with nuclear power, it's going to produce nuclear waste. But I cannot sink the nuclear waste, so I'm going to have to use it. Ah. It's got a lot more complicated all of a sudden. I mean, obviously I can use it. So I need, to produce the plutonium pellets, I need 100 non-fissile uranium and 25 nuclear waste. So I need that times 5. 75 nuclear waste. 75 nuclear waste, then... Okay, so in total I need 100 nuclear waste. And it's... Okay. Okay, well, that's easy enough. It produced 50. So for every fuel rod it produces 50 waste, which is hilariously high. So for every 2 I can produce a nuclear pellet. Produces 30. In case plutonium cell then produces... That'll produce 15. But I need 30. Okay, so I need... So I'll need 3 more rods to turn into 200 pellets. No, I need... What am I talking about? I need 3 more rods to produce a total of 200 nuclear waste to make 60 pellets to make 30 cells. 30 cells makes 1 rod. What do I then do with the rod? Can I sink any of this? Is it just because it's radioactive I can't sink any of it? Therefore it has to be used. It'd be nice if I could sink somewhere along the process, wouldn't it? Okay, so... We still have rods, we still have beams, we still have concrete. I just need more sulfuric acid. I am going to need more uranium, therefore, spaghetti. I am so terrified of what this is going to mean for the radiation in the area. Hopefully it is manageable. While that is making non-fissile uranium. Nitric acid. Nitric acid. Okay, back over here at our temporary aluminium place. Guess what I'm doing? So we're going to take one of our nitrogen gas lines from over here. And just sprawl it across the area. Like the messy little pup that I am. Goes in there. Nitric acid. Iron plate. We need water. Sure thing. There we go. Nitrogen gas, water, and iron plate to make nitric acid. Now the nitric acid is going to be coming into this packager, which we need some... Ooh, we need empty fluid tanks. This isn't canisters, this is fluid tanks. Aluminium. There is 1 stack of nitric acid. Back down the hill. Geronimo! fissile uranium produces water as a byproduct. That's interesting. Okay, so the sulfuric acid goes in here. We need to unpackage the nitric acid. How do I reliably make filters? Because they do get used up at quite a pace. The iodine-infused filters take the gas filters. The gas filters take fabric. The fabric takes non-renewable materials that I have to go out and collect myself, like the mushrooms and the wood and the leaves. There is an alternate recipe, but... Well, there is synthetic polyester fabric. Maybe this one... I need some polymer resin, but maybe this allows me to make fabric without non-renewable materials. I have to make a trip to the oil ocean, but maybe that's the case. Ow.
Let us take a moment to reflect on how you have chosen to use FICSIT's resources.
FICISIT. Okay, so dealing with radiation is a literal killer. I really do need to deal with the radiation and get more filters. I should put that on the list of things to do. For the time being, I'm going to work through it and just do this experiment. Now, to make what we need... plutonium pellet. I can do that. A particle accelerator. Nuclear pasta, not quite. 5. Ah. Okay. That's a lot of power. This is going well. I saw that. I deposited it all, but because the box was too small, it only deposited enough items up until the uranium. And it didn't deposit the uranium. That's annoying. I just need to deposit the fissile uranium into a box. That's it. I can do everything else from there. Just put it in the box. That's all you have to do. Just put it in the box. That's it. That's all you had to do. That's all you had to do. Okay, that's being dealt with. Amazing. So this now goes into the particle accelerator. Okay, that's still... Does this hurt me? I mean, it's radioactive, but, you know... I sink the plutonium pellets. I can now sink the plutonium pellets. Okay. So therefore, the plutonium pellets have to be used to make something. Okay, and that makes one. Can I sink this? That cannot get synced. Okay. So, next stage. So this is as far as I can make at the moment. Hopefully this is good enough. 30 encased plutonium cells, 80 steel beams, 6 electromagnetic control rods, 10 heat sinks. Yep, that's all fine. I just need to go and make some more electromagnetic fuel rods. Control rods, rather. Plutonium fuel rod. Plutonium fuel rod, these, that, and those. They go in there. That takes a lot of time, crikey. It says it can be used in nuclear power plants as fuel. Produces high... Wait. I'm doing all this to deal with the nuclear waste after burning the nuclear rods. And therefore I'm doing all of this with particle accelerators to make plutonium rods out of the nuclear waste. That produces... Uranium fuel rod. Use of fuel produces radioactive uranium waste. Whose uranium? Your uranium. Uses fuel as nuclear power, produces radioactive plutonium waste when consumed. What the fuck do I do with plutonium waste? So we have one plutonium fuel rod. Can I sink the fuel rod? I'm assuming no, because everything else has been ineligible. But we will see. No. Oh wait, I must power it. Here we go. Wait. Okay. Okay. I can sink the plutonium fuel rod. It's still massively radioactive, but I think that's to be expected. What happens if I get rid of the sink? Oh, okay. Huh. That's alright. I can turn things into fuel rods. So I can sink the plutonium fuel rod, which is reassuring. I'm aware that seems like a bit of a waste, considering that I can put the rod into a nuclear reactor to get more power. But if I have to in turn deal with more waste that I can't process, I don't want to be stuck with crates upon crates upon crates of nuclear waste building up, because I'm powering everything. So while it is a waste, I think sinking the fuel rods at the moment is the route I should go. And maybe there is some way to use it in the future at tier 9. But that seems like a way off, doesn't it? So this might be how I deal with things at the moment. So for the sake of testing, I've reloaded the save. Oh! In goes the nuclear rod. Okay, that's burning. Okay, so that is not uranium waste. That is definitely a different kind of waste. So it's not like I can loop it back on itself. That is definitely different. And I have no way of using it. Okay. Then yeah, sinking the plutonium fuel rod for the time being is the better option. I cannot sink the waste. Okay. That's fine. I am going to have to think about what the next phase is. It might be some steel, followed by some base prep, but we'll see. There's a lot more I wanted to get into this episode, but this took up a lot more time than I thought it would. So I think I'll leave it as a bit of a nuclear prep episode. So thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. This has been a bit of a learning experience for me. I'm aware the last couple of episodes haven't really been that much in the way of progress, per se. It's been a lot of little machines building a little bits of product. But hopefully that's going to change pretty soon. I just have to get the power sorted. Yes, thank you all for watching. See you next time, folks. Cheerio. Mint ice cream. Delicious.